for America. Please rise.
So Bridges, Anunoby, Karl Anthony Tart to go along with DeLon Wright, and that's the 10th difference.
And they're winning ways after dropping those last two to Phoenix and Denver.
Just behind us, we showed you the Pacers and the Pistons. It's going to be fun here down the stretch in the final 10 games. Kyle Kuzma, will we see a little bit more from him offensively?
It's a big-time start on the attack, looking at Brook Lopez, thinking they're going right at Cat to put him in trouble, and they weren't, just not with Brook. Who's loose with the Euro stuff.
DeLon Wright getting the start at the point guard spot. Giannis goes down as Cat takes the push shot. No call on that first possession for the Knicks. Kyle Kuzma again, right side driving. He's got all 4 points.
I love the way he uses those shoulders, the Euro around guys. Other times it seems like he just, especially with his left shoulder, really just bumps guys off him and gets to the rack, and 2 for 2 so far.
It was in the pregame in Denver where Doc said we're going to kind of open the Kyle Kuzma package. He didn't really feel like they were able to do that in Denver. Maybe we'll see more. We already have seen a little bit more aggressive mindset, certainly from Kuz. Ryan Rollins with his 12th start of his career and the season. Here's DeLon Wright. We thought maybe Tyler Kolek might get that point guard start tonight. Would have been his first career start.
Campaign, he turned his ankle in that first half, their last game, and then Tibbs said, all right, second half, Tyler Kolek, you're starting. Look at Kuz again.
At the point guard spot.
He doesn't like the rookies.
And he goes to his bench.
Doesn't do that either. He doesn't like the rookies. Doesn't play.
That's right. He doesn't like his bench either.
It's not us. It's the minutes they show it. He's got five guys.
That's right.
35 or more minutes, those starters. And
we all know that about Tibbs. The pullback in and out, and the tip is maybe a little extra oomph against his former team. Involved in that Jericho Sims trade. Chris Middleton involving Washington and the Knicks and the Bucks. Bridges gives it off to his Villanova teammate. Ties it at 6.
Yeah, they really both. And like you were just mentioning, the lack of point guards, but they got a lot of guys that are willing ball movers.
And good lay-in.
Doc just cannot heap enough praise on that guy. He just keeps finding himself in the right spots and good timing and good pace on offensive possessions. And defensively, you see him there using his chest.
Uh-oh, that's trouble.
Games ago, and there's a reason. There's bodies moving. They're exchanging the ball with one another. Doesn't need to be a point guard moving. It seems just like an agreed-upon approach.
Games against the Bucks here this year. Fancy his clothes.
This is just my workwear.
Oh, okay.
Typically,
you raise the level.
Every once in a while, you bring out the good stuff.
Mikal Bridges for 3. Kuzma takes the bump. That's the wrong kind of looky what I found. The ball finds you in the out of bounds. And Bridges are automatic when it comes to the NBA in total minutes. Giannis working off that Brook screen. Mitchell's going to give him that mid-range shot, but he loses it. And hard on the push. Anunoby from the corner. And the tip there for Kuzma. I like this, a 2-on-1. Kuz to Giannis. Oh, DeLon Wright breaking it up.
We've seen that before in practice more than in games. When he was just recently here, like you said, Bridges, they're missing out. One thing I can do or end up on a poster, the passer got a hand on it.
Well, Tom Thibodeau electing to start DeLon Wright because of the veteran experience in his 10th year. And actually, the Knicks are his 10th team in his NBA career. But Tibbs had talked about his experience and his defensive mind. Hard to himself, and Ryan Rollins makes that one tough. The putback.
The three-point line because of Jericho's ability to move those feet, but he has had his way to 30-point double-doubles against Milwaukee in the first 2 matchups. Hoping this one goes a little bit different.
I mean, it's the start that Bucks fans would love. You know, he's only taken 1 shot. He's out of the game right now. 2 fouls, no points. And yet the Knicks still lead 12-8. Kick out to Brook Lopez, corner shot. Well, Brook has been great, in particular the last 3 games, but he's tallied a lot of minutes too. 35 minutes, 38 minutes, 41 minutes. For a short-handed team, he has shouldered a ton lately. DeLon Wright can't get the finish. And OG Anunoby to Mitchell, back to Wright for the corner.
History in Milwaukee, Tyler Kolek, history in Milwaukee. You were going to get some juice from those guys. Holland's missing that one there, but not surprised.
He's a guy that only averages 2 points for the season. Nick, now starting here tonight against his former team.
All right, I like my bench. Come on. Here we go. Kolek, come on in. DeLon Wright, come on in.
Cam had the 18 points in the last meeting against the Bucks. Shot 60%. Talk about being fired up. He was fired up to face his former team from last year. And no campaign here tonight. A turnover, so an opportunity here for the Bucks. Leading to Giannis at the finish.
Find a crease, get open, back up, go forward, because they know once they get it to him, he's going to use those powerful legs, that Euro step into the basket and have a nice finish.
On the left of your screen, Gary Trent Jr. now off the bench. 7 seconds for Anunoby to go to work. He's had a good string of 20.
Yeah, he's really stepped up, and you can tell guys go out, and it's a Jalen Brunson for this Knicks team. Some guys assert themselves. He's probably been the most, him as well as Cat, but he's got that 6'7", 240-pound frame. He's just like the most solid guy out there, finishing on offense and down here wrestling Brook too.
With that frame, he can move too. He scored 20 or more points in 4 straight games coming into tonight. TP with the miss. Brook chases it down. He says, you know what? I'll take that. Thank you very much.
Out there might have taken one extra step.
Over to Wright. Yeah, it's going to be.
We're going to give Coach Tibbs some credit, all right? Because DeLon came in. We've been saying, you should have started our guy Tyler Kolek. But
yeah, he knows he's got a little chip on his shoulder, right?
He does, and he was right. He's playing well.
He had fallen out of the rotation here in Milwaukee. We know that. And then getting traded by the trade deadline.
I guess I'm just shocked that someone who's 2-time Coach of the Year, a decade apart, knew more than you and I, Lisa. Cannot believe this.
7-point deficit. A cutting Giannis in the paint. That frees up, though, Ryan Rollins on the other side of the court.
Drawing 2 defenders, and then look, get it to Rollins, who has continued to show he can play defense, he can space the floor, he can handle it and run the team. And you'll see why his minutes have kind of notched up as guys have been out and as there's been a need for any of those things.
Andrew Shamet has checked in, but couldn't hear somewhere in the building.
You know, I did play for Jeff Van Gundy when Tibbs was an assistant, and even then, he liked defense more than offense. Just more than.
He splits the pair that time. Kuzma with 7 points in the first 5 minutes of his playing time. And the Bucks trail by 3. Cat with the pass fake. He still is scoreless here in the first quarter.
Great job just showing your hands to the referee, throwing multiple bodies at him when Giannis attacks in the paint. So hard to not foul him. Really the same with Cat. He's so unorthodox.
Kyle Kuzma spin move, splits the difference. Stay posed.
So I don't know how many I'll make.
So what do you say to a guy like AJ when he's struggling offensively? He said, I don't need to say anything to him. AJ's one of the best shooters I've ever seen in my career. And AJ Green had some really great things to say about Ryan Rollins, saying he's always playing at his pace, playing his game. He operates the floor so well for us. He knows how to when to get downhill, how to make plays, when to make plays. He sets the tone defensively, kind of does a little bit of everything. We need that from him, and I know he's going to keep doing that for us, Lisa.
So good to have him find his stroke in Denver. And we know AJ is one of the hardest workers here on the team. You know, put in the hours. He's one of the first people in the pregame, right? And will go 100% in this pregame routine.
Because you realize if Cat's going to pretty much just run guys over, you got to get a few of those whistles, or it turns into a really long night.
And a turnover here for the Bucks. So they're inching closer. Just can't find the execution on the offensive end. And Cat suddenly has come alive. Final, 90 seconds here of the quarter.
Yeah, making him work for it. You can see him throwing himself into the stanchion, complaining a little bit, but Brook doing a good job, especially on the interior. And some of the guards are just going to have to keep helping, getting in those driving lanes to keep him from getting a running start.
Tough entry pass there for Brook Lopez. Kyle Kuzma trying to make something out of nothing.